I was just watching this movie, KGL, Chapter 2. Man, this movie off the chain. This movie off the chain. Mm. Oh, yeah. Off the chain. That man can dress. I miss getting out of everything in the physical realm that I miss the most is getting dressed. I miss getting dressed. I used to dress up, boy. I come through, it'd be a whole nother ball game. The boss here. Nah, it wasn't like that. It felt like that sometimes though. They took me down. Them females, I never do that good. I never do that good. If I got in another relationship, she gonna have to be vibrating real high. That's why I said she'll probably be real old. Or something. She'll probably be not real old, but she'll be, I don't know, she'll definitely have to be unique and different. But I ain't doing that no more with these little kids out here, bro. Oh my God. They don't have a good they don't have a good mindset when it comes to relationship, not these days. This modern perverse world, it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. They out here literally falling into their well run dry instead of preserving themselves, instead of realizing, okay, my well about to, you know when your well finna run dry. Human being know, you know when your heart finna go bad, you know, like if you doing too many drugs, you know when your heart finna go bad, you know which organ finna fail you. You know, all this stuff comes with warnings. So you know when your well finna run dry and you still out there acting like a child. No, I ain't finna. I lost everything dealing with them kids. And ain't none of them, the ones that all left me to be together ain't even together no more. They just blowed everything, lost their minds, ain't taking care of their kids. It's just man. Then they got support from the legal system to do it. I mean, we trying to, for one, like I said, we complain about population and then we spend all this money to get population down and sacrifice the folk. And then you turn around and do something to put the population back high again. How we doing that? By sacrificing good families and making sure it ain't no family. Because when a person give up on family, when a person give up on love, they gonna have kids with random people. That's population increase right there. It's like, what we going with this? What we gonna do? Do you want to get right or not? You want to work for the narcissist or not? It's like now in this situation, it's about choices, and all the wrong choices are being made. Everybody just want to let hee hee ha ha. That ain't gonna work, bro. That ain't gonna work. I was in the game. I was in the street like more than I ever been in anything else, and it didn't work in the street, and it ain't gonna work nowhere else. It don't work. It's not gonna work. Y'all want to just sit here and have fun, and then a lot of y'all that's out here doing all this evil, you put the blame on people like me. 144,000. 8.2 billion people. Out of 8.2 billion people, 144,000 get blamed for everybody else. That don't make no sense. That ain't even gonna work. I hope it ain't like that. I hope it's just a court trial going on. Like everybody been saying for 7 years, 7 to 20 years. And when the court trial is over with, everything go back right. But this ain't gonna work. With or without me here. With or without the chosen ones here, it ain't gonna work. We are here to help y'all, to keep y'all from getting regurgitated. Y'all not doing us no favors, even if you gave us the money or sacrificed us. If we are chosen to be 144,000, we already heavenly made. We already going to heaven. Anyone who take us in and welcome us like family is gonna be blessed to with good karma and a 70 or 80 lifespan. The whole family. So hell, I done seen bad families take them in and still get blessed with all that. But they stole most of it, you know. So it's like, what do the world want, man? Like I said, I still can't get over. I seen that woman on the news, and she laughed at somebody who could clean out water, and she was complaining about money to buy a dress. I said, my God. And she had everybody laughing with her. There were people in the background. Oh my God, this laughing got to stop. If you ain't gonna laugh about the right thing, don't even laugh at all. Narcissistic traits, bro. That's all that is. I always heard narcissism was the next level before demon, before you become a full-fledged demon. So we like working for demons now. I don't get it, bro. How much hate do you got? I done been through everything in my life, just about a human that could possibly go through. And I ain't even thinking about nothing like that evil. I ain't even thinking about evil at all. I done been through the worst, though. Loved ones done been murdered, sacrificed. I ain't got no family. I ain't got my kids was taken by my so-called family. And my family was tore apart by my so-called family. And lovers turning on me with my so-called family. And then sacrificed me with my so-called family, you know. And then been shot at, stabbed by so-called family. So it's like, you know, just imagine. It's one thing people shooting at you and trying to stab you, but it's another thing when family members get close to you to try to do it to you. And that was like every day of my life, bro. Getting, you know what I'm saying, pounded on. Like I said, you get abused to the point where you can't even get a bruise and bleed no more. You know, you don't even see your own blood no more. You just, what is up with the sacrificial chamber? This Hitler stuff. Hitler, you better, if you like tapping in on the other side, you better go ask Hitler how he doing while you keep doing it like you're doing something. Maybe you'll realize you might want to stop. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on out there, but I'm kind of glad I'm stuck in this box. Thank you. And all y'all, and I tell you all the time, all y'all who started attacking me, a lot of y'all ain't been in my energy for 5 years. And look at what my ancestors done to you. You don't look nowhere near like you used to. And don't get me wrong, some of y'all regret it and then try to do a reverse attack, which was still evil, and leading people away from me so you could come back into my life. And that ain't gonna work neither. I've seen people do that too all my life. You gotta stand up straight to get to me. But these demons gonna attack your evil. These demons gonna, like I just said in the previous video, these demons is gonna take out whatever darkness you got inside of you and bring it to the light. You'll never make it to me. They're gonna lead you to other demons. And you're gonna be stuck in cycles. I'll tell you one thing I did say on Facebook before y'all start chopping my stuff up and give it Jason and everybody else, whoever the hell y'all got going on, Paul. I done heard all kind of names. But I tell you one thing, I told y'all I look younger and better than y'all 4 to 5 years ago, and that's exactly what's happening. I said, the more you attack me, this is the Osiris effect. My grandpa here, y'all. Everybody wasn't like that. My grandpa over there with the suckler line. I don't know what he got planned. I hope we ain't going to war. It's like we got lines, we got leads, heaven got legions and hell got legions. Heaven got archangels and also war archangels. No, it ain't gonna work. They'll drive you crazy, man. My ancestors will drive you crazy. People dying out here, bro. I had one of my enemies come up to me about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and said, "You hear about all the people dying? People dying out here. I don't know why they said it. They just ran up to me and said it and walked off. Like they just wanted me to hear that and get away from me. They told me as fast as they wanted to get away from it. Because we talked about this before. It was one of them kind of people that'll attack you and you warn them first before they attack you. You be like, wait, I know what you finna try to do, but you do this. My ancestors, that's what I told that person. My ancestors gonna do this, 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 this. And that same person came up to me, ran up to me for a few seconds, and said, people dying out here looked crazy when they were saying, and ran off. Panicking, basically. And they one of the ones got the money and everything. They got away with a lot when it comes to this physical, tangible stuff, but they realized they lost their soul trying to do it. It ain't nothing more scarier than to lose your soul and you still rumbling this earth and you gotta die and you knowing where you go when you die. I'm telling y'all, it's like people don't believe in hell until they actually done sold their soul. Because see, God come and God tell you, fear me, and you drop all that angelic protection. You drop all that armor of God. They strip you. They strip you. So when y'all hearing the energy strip, or you hear fear me, they finna take you apart. You hear spiders itching spiders or spiders itching. That means you tingling all over. They take you apart and they already eating on you. Hellhounds on your ass, everybody on your ass already. And your soul already in here hollering and screaming. Like in them movie pictures, the scary movie pictures. They be like this, they be like this. That's how they be in that, boy. I ain't trying to be funny, I'm trying not to laugh, but because it's not really funny at all. But you gotta stand up straight over here. Ain't nothing wrong with standing up straight. You win wars when you stand up straight. You conquer when you stand up straight. Justice stand with you. Karma stand with you. God stand with you. You win when you stand up straight. Ain't nothing wrong with standing up straight. All those out there who say standing up straight is boring, standing up straight is lame, standing up straight is traditional, standing up straight is weak, standing up straight, all y'all are nothing but Satan minions. If you're in a church, you're in the synagogue of Satan. That's all. D in with that right there. That's it. I'll never forget it. Stand up straight. This is the time to stand up straight because it's spiritual war. We can feel it over here. All the other nationalities standing up straight. My nationality need to stand up straight. You think they ain't because you still getting lured into their little games. But they standing up straight. Trust me, I know. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to let you go. I was moving up ranking a job. It was a new opening. It was a General Motors company, basically. A new opening company. I started moving up fast. I just started the job, and I started moving up rank fast. Making more in 2 years, 2, 3 years, making more than the people that were there for almost 10 years, 7 years already. And the people that was in there, my people that was in there working. One thing they didn't call me, a few things they didn't call me was Uncle Tom and all that stuff. They didn't never say that, and that's respect. Because they saw me get it out the mud with long dreads and everything. And folks put me in office positions and all that. Well, somewhat of an office position. And I could have had I could have been a supervisor, but I didn't want it. And so people were like, how did you do that? I stood up straight. And the people that were over the company, which were like Belgium and Germany and stuff, they loved me to death. Uh, I would just say stuff in important meetings they would have, and I would be at the time I would be a regular operator, and the company will have issues with products, will have issues with sales, will have issues with inventory, will have issues with stocks, trucks going in and out, and I would raise my hand in a meeting where a person like me shouldn't even be thinking about raising their hand, and I will have an answer to the question that the bosses is looking for, and they would apply it to their measures. They would apply it to their charts, and them one issue, them one answer that I would have a question to will change, and if they take it into consideration, their whole company will blossom, and they started wanting me to say stuff in all the meetings. And they just started. A guy from Belgium came up and told me, the CEO. He said, I'm finna put you in this position." I said, "I ain't got the education to do it." He said, "I don't even care. You finna do this," and that's what I did. And he put me in that position. And everybody watched me move up rank by just standing on my toes, standing 10 toes down, flat footed. And none of them, and the blacks that was over, that did have a somewhat of a certain position or a boss position, they have to hold, to this day they hold their head down because they know they didn't do right by me. They was always attacking me, even though I was striving for the best. I didn't never do nothing. I ain't kiss no ass. I ain't do none of that. I got it hard. I got it out the mud. I walked in and walked out. Some of them got on their knees just to get their positions. They would go out of town and come back different. On mission, they would go out of town, so-called party with managers and stuff, come back different. If I go out of town with them, I leave one way and come back the same way. They took me to one company. They took me to another General Motors company. It was past Atlanta. It was about a 6-hour trip from here. I can't remember the name of that place. But it was raining. It was storming outside, and they had 900 to 1,400 cars. Had to have a gas. It was a leak. It was something wrong with the gas. They were having gas leaks. They had to go out in a certain window of time. And it was just me and another guy. And they needed help. And I wasn't even working for their company. And they needed volunteers to help do 1,400 cars in the storm. It was storming that day. And I went in there and did me and one more guy went and did all 1,400 cars in less than 4 hours. And they wanted me bad. They said, "Come here, please work for us." They want me to work for them. They didn't know what I'm saying, but I was too far away, and I should have left. I was married at the time, and I should have left. I should have left then. That was a sign from God telling me to leave that girl then. I should have left her ass. But there's so many times I could have left her ass, and I should have left her ass. Sometimes you gotta look at the sign. And then when I was gonna get married to her, instead of saying, you know how you finna get married, I say this to the day I die. And when you finna get married, you say, "I'm finna go to my wedding." You tell everybody, "Yeah, I got a wedding tomorrow." Or, "I got a wedding. I'm finna go to my wedding." I kept saying funeral by accident. Them two words you can't mix up. And I kept saying funeral. That what God wanted me then. You gotta listen to the sign, bro. If you find yourself finna get married and you keep saying, "I'm finna go to the funeral," listen to it and fall back. I'm telling y'all, bro. They out there. God all around us. He warns us about everything. Take heed and listen. Get out of your ego. Get out of your flesh. When it comes to stuff that deep, when it comes to marriages, when it comes to family. When you make a family with somebody, you got to make sure they stand up straight. You got to make sure they one whole person by themselves. Because when y'all become one, when y'all come together, y'all become one. Ain't no flaws over here. Ain't no flaws over there. Y'all solid as a rock. Ain't nobody can come to your relationship and tempt you to do this or tempt you to do that. That's all irrelevant. You done sold your royal oats, you done experienced that, and you know not to take that into your marriage. Now you ready to be solid. Now you ready to do some real stuff. Now you ready to grow. Now you ready to conquer. That's how you build. That's part of it. There's a lot of ways you got to build. There's a lot of stuff we got to do to continue to build. But that's one way to build right there.